Hello, Les Vincent speaking. I've been getting quite a lot of questions about carbs and eating through the day, so I thought I would just clear up a few things. Your body has two forms of energy, carbohydrates and fats. Carbohydrates is a very explosive substance, easy to break down, easy to use, whereas fats is a very slow process, more like coal. So if you imagine your body that is burning carbs and that is burning fats. Now your body will always do the easiest route. So being as carbs is like petrol, explosive, it'll always burn carbs. Now if you want your body to start burning fat, then what you have to do is carb deplete. So cut your carbs out, cut your simple sugars out, and then gradually you'll start to go to burning fat, and it could take up to 3 hours. Now, when I said eating a quarter of an apple every hour would stop you burning fat, what I mean by that is as soon as you have the quarter, bang, it starts burning, it switches over to burning carbs, and then that quarter of an apple will disappear in no time, and then you're left in a state where you can't go straight back to burning fat. You have to, it has to go through a ketogenic state, so it can't go there straight away, and then you start feeling lightheaded and start craving, and that's why you start feeling tired, because you've just pulled out. So when I say eat wholemeal bread, wholemeal pasta, wholemeal rice, it's not it is a carb, but it's a complex carb, which still pulls it from burning fat, but maybe, if you eat a complex carb, it might go like that. Then when the carbs are gone, it's still got a bit of fat. So it's very important when you're dieting to get rid of all simple sugars. And that's why I said sugar in coffee and stuff like that. If you're taking sugar as sugar, you might as well not bother, because you know what I mean. So by not having simple sugars, have wholemeal bread, wholemeal pasta, wholemeal rice, that will try and keep your body in. Now, the best thing is I normally have carbs straight after training. So in the morning before, I'd have egg whites, maybe a bit of carbs in milk. Then I do my training, then I might have carbs straight after training. But then the rest of the day, while I'm trying to burn fat, I try and keep the carbs out. Now I know you get carbs in vegetables, but they don't really sort of pull you out of fat burning mode. Now, someone said to me, how do you know this? So I just thought, I don't know if you can see that. Can you see that? That is Ketostoxs. And what you do is you go away on them, and it gives you that colour. You see, it goes, I don't know if you, goes dark purple is when you're burning loads of fat, and this sort of measures ketones in the urine, and white means you're not. Now, I don't think you can buy these anymore, but if you can, these are good, because these tell you whether burning fat. Now, when I used to diet, every time I go away, I would use one of these. So I found out that starting the diet, after day one, and say between day one and day 3, I'd be getting up to there, but it would take a full week to get up to burning pure. Now, when I used to test it a lot, but when I took a quarter of an apple, before I took it, I'd be on dark purple, and when I took the quarter of an apple, I would drop right down to there. So I'm still burning a little bit of fat, but not a lot. But it would take 2 to 3 hours to get back up to there. So by using these Ketostoxs, that's how I worked out for my body how to when to take carbs, when not, and I just used to measure everything. So if you can get these keto sticks, I don't know, I don't think we can get them now, but if you can get them, you can try it out for yourself. So I hope that sort of clears up a bit. And you know, I didn't read it from a book. When I've spent my whole life, I've been dieting, I've tried all types of things, and of course these, I mean, I think these are a bit out of date now, but they, if you can get them, they're brilliant, because then you can test whether you're burning fat. Oh, and I'll tell you something else I did notice. It might be for you, it might not be, is when I was dieting really strict, I would notice every time I go a loo, I used to have a chart, and every time I go a loo, I would test one of these. And I used to go to bed with, after 6 I wouldn't eat carbs to keep my body in fat burning mode, and I used to think that when I'm asleep my body will be burning fat. But you know, every morning when I got up and went a loo and tried the chip, it was light pink. So I don't know if that's an indication that you don't burn fat during your sleep. Well, in my mind, if you're not going to burn fat while you're sleeping, then you might as well have some carbs as for your last meal. Me personally, I do like to have carbs before going to bed. So if you can get these sticks, you can try it out. You can go to bed with no carbs, get up, and if you get up and it's coming up clear, then you might as well have carbs on your last meal before going to bed. So I hope that helps you out, and if not, just email me and I'll do another podcast. Also, on above this, I've got my website where if you subscribe and leave your name and email, you will get free DVDs on fat burning and diet, totally free. Okay, so anyway, thank you very much. Bye.